The pale ones. It wasn't too long ago that a bunch of the kids at my school were talking about going up to the place on top of the mountain, a place called Dodson Hill. It was a big, expansive field spread out at the edge of a woods. All the kids that went there, they were all afraid. There was rumored to be something in the woods. Something not human. Well, everyone was scared. But a few of us got together and we wanted to prove that all that pale one stuff was wrong. You know, we wanted to prove it as a fake. So one night, me and a couple of my friends, Stark and Chansey, we went up there. It was just before sunset, and we had our flashlights and a couple of flare guns for if we got lost. I know, stupid, but we had them. And, Stark had brought a knife. He wanted to make sure. And since I was the girl, of course, you know, he wanted to protect me. I remember looking at the trees. It wasn't a cold night, but there was a slight breeze, and the leaves would rustle. It was just a normal day, and everyone was counting on us to prove that what all those kids were saying was wrong. So, Chansey, he decided he wanted to be macho. And he went out and headed into the woods. Stark and I, we decided to take a path just opposite of him. As Stark and I explored the woods, it was mostly normal. You know, dark, but there were birds and other noises, you know, simple things. You could see little squirrels and rabbits just barely bushing around. And nothing stood out to us. As we walked, it got darker, so we turned on our flashlights so we could see better. Stark was telling me how excited he was to be out on a real adventure. Me, I just shrugged and pulled my hoodie up closer to my neck. It was starting to get a little chilly. Well, as we were walking, I started to notice weird things. Like, every now and then, the birds would get very quiet. And it seemed like all movement stopped. Except for, you know, me and Stark. And as we were walking, I couldn't help but shake this feeling that there was something on the back of my neck, just like being watched. It was creepy. Well, Stark and I, we were walking and we approached this cave. It kind of looked like an old mine shaft, really. The way it was set up, there was wood holding the cave, the big opening. It was lined with it. And just down in the darkness, we could hear movement of some kind. Stark and I looked at each other and we shined our lights down there, but we couldn't see anything. Whatever it was way too far down. I looked at Stark and I said, we have to go. We have to get out of here because there could be bears or wolves or something. And Stark just laughed. He said it was probably just a fox or, I don't know, a raccoon. But then Chansey's flare went off. It was really, really far away, but we heard it and we could see it just above the tree line. Stark and I just looked at each other in like sheer amazement. And then there was a noise behind us from the cave. We turned around real quick, and we saw something crawling out of the hole. It was pale white, but its skin, the texture, it didn't look right. It was too moist, too shiny. It kind of looked like white jello. It's disgusting the way it moved. Ugh. Oh my god! And it had these disgusting smell, like rotting earth and meat. Ugh. Oh my god! It didn't have any hair, but what it did have was slime. It was obviously not normal. It was moving way too fast. It kind of moved like a spider, but with only 4 legs. The way its 2 long limbs were just raking at the earth as it climbed out. Stark and I we started backing up. We didn't want to take our eyes off it. And this thing let out the most disturbing sound. It sounded like a drowning growl, and oh my god. It just got closer, and then there was another one, and another, until there was 5 or 6 of them just moving, and all of them were large, too large. And as they got closer, I saw their faces. They had not ears, but like little holes on the sides of their head, and their eyes were sunken in and very, very dark, almost black. Their noses were frayed out, kind of like a mole's, and their mouth, it was just rows of yellowing, disgusting teeth that it kind of looked human, but all of them were sharpened, all too pointy, definitely predatorial. Stark and I, we couldn't back anymore. We turned around and we ran. We ran so fast and so hard, and behind us we could hear it. We could hear the cracks and the crunches as they got closer and closer. Oh my god, it was so scary. He and I, we were running so fast, so fucking fast. And he turned around and he shot at the things. He took the flare gun and he shot at them, and it hit one of them, and it let out the most blood-curdling squeal as it dropped back. And then the other ones got faster. They all let out the same gargling howl and just flew at us. They were jumping off the trees. The way that they moved, they were just pushing off of things, launching themselves at us. Stark and I, we weren't even close to getting out of the woods. And Stark only had 2 flares in the gun. He didn't think we would need more than that. So he turned around and he shot again. But he missed. And one of the things, it jumped up and it grabbed him. And it took him down, and they all just swarmed around it, and I could hear Stark screaming as his flesh started to tear. I could hear the bones snap, and I could hear as the blood filled Stark's. He's dead. I kept running. Oh God, I kept running. I was so scared. I saw the edge of the woods and I could hear them again. They were coming. And I darted out of the woods so fast. And I ran through the field and up the hill. And I turned around and they were all there. They were all chasing after me. They were... I've never run so fast in my whole life. I literally jumped over fences, and I didn't stop until I was home, and I slammed the door behind me and I locked it. I was so scared. I don't know if they followed me here. I haven't seen them, and I haven't left my house since. It's been 2 days now. And I haven't gone back to school. Nobody knows what happened to Stark, and I don't know what happened to Chansey. I don't know. I don't know.